Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the Downward Drive. We are here with the first guest of what I suppose is going to be a series on this channel in the future, the Downward Drive, and we have wavywebsurf live in the Kia Forte rent-a-car today.
Happy to be here. Glad to be guest number one. Always number one, baby.
That's right, we are coming at you live from downtown Nashville.
Home of the Predators.
Home of the Predators.
Great introduction to our sports teams right there.
Yeah. I
always joke with friends, like, if something was to ever come out about a team member, the irony would be pretty rough. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I don't plan on having EDP in here anytime soon. All right, now.
I don't think he would fit in here.
Yesterday, I complained about this live, well, just when I was in here on my own. But the traffic in this town, it's not good. I don't mean to bash your hometown here, but it's feeling like I'm driving to the slaughterhouse every time I get on the roads here.
Yeah, it's pretty notoriously bad. You know, Nashville is one of these cities that has fortunately been blessed with, well, I don't know, blessed is maybe a little stretch, but a lot of fucking people have moved here in the past 2 years since the, you know, the sort of like the COVID exodus. We got a lot of outer towners that have clogged up the road, and we've always sort of had like suspect traffic, but this city was not built for the, you know, million plus population. I don't know exactly how many people live in Nashville now, but just the grid and like the layout of the, like, if you've noticed, everything is just like, it's like 3 like long highways that go straight to downtown and nothing else, and like an interstate. So
dude, yesterday when I was on the road, I wish I was recording, because that would have been entertaining content for the fans at home, watching me white knuckle it, just trying to drive through all this damn bumper to bumper traffic where the guys are like going simultaneously 0 miles an hour and like 40 miles an hour at the same time. It's
all or nothing with these drivers. Yeah. I find myself, I mean, sometimes I myself am guilty of such activities, but I try to keep the inner Nashville degenerate driver in me subdued. We just ain't raised right around here.
I was telling that to the people at the bar yesterday, but I've never seen such a disparity.
Here we go.
What is going on, dude? I've never seen such a disparity between like how nice the people are out of the car versus how fucking atrocious they are when they get in the car.
We got a semi truck like about to collide into 2 minivans filled with children right now.
They're gonna see it driving by here. Yeah, the road infrastructure.
Did you guys see that? Like, what the fuck? While you were mid-sentence talking about it, it just happened. Unbelievable.
So far, I've had great conversations with the people that I've talked to outside of the vehicles, but once they get in the car, it's like some sort of Jekyll and Hyde situation. Jekyll and Sam Hyde, where he's gonna start shooting this fucking pistol out the window again.
Well, don't jinx it. We might see one of those tonight. Who knows?
Well, I suppose on this series, I'm going to be getting a taste of a lot of different traffic in a lot of different areas. So we'll have to see where Nashville stacks up at the end of it. But as of now,
it's going to be a tough act to follow, bitches.
Based on the places I've been, it's got to be top 5 for like the worst.
Yeah, we've been notorious for it. If you go on the Reddits, you know how Redditors love to brag about how shit their traffic is. The Nashville subreddit is always like, why are the drivers here such maniacs? It's a pretty common sort of, I mean, from what I understand, it's like New Yorkers, obviously, they're crazy, but they're like so used to it that they're kind of like good in this fucked up way, where they're bad, chaotic drivers, but you have to be that way to survive out there. So yeah, these people are just terrible drivers with no nuance to it. It's just bad for bad's sake.
I think it's funny, you know, in these past few days, it's been perfect road conditions, by the way. No weather, no anything. It gets snowy, it gets icy out here, so I can only imagine what Mad Max type shit happens out here when that's going on.
In the snow, you get like 1 inch of snow. For the viewers, it does snow in Nashville, surprisingly, quite a bit. And if you get 1 inch of snow, every restaurant everything is pretty much closed except for like Publix. Bro, this fucking Kia is pumping some heat right now, dude. It feels like it's blowing heat.
Oh, I think
this bitch on the heat right now. I'm like over here sweating. I'm like, damn, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, like it gets shut down. People, there's cars all along this fucking road, any road in the ditch. It's just like we can't drive in the snow, and like a lot of people use the cope excuse of like, well, in other places where it's expected to snow, they treat the roads and stuff. No, it's not even that. It's just people, they don't know how to do it.
Man, you think with the amount of salt that some of these drivers have, it can clear up the ice right by itself.
It manifests in the road itself.
All right, so right now I guess I'm driving to all the buildings downtown.
Dude, the skyline looks quite impressive, actually.
I'm being...
We've upgraded recently.
Upgraded? There's more buildings that come up?
Yeah, it didn't used to be that filled out. I don't know if they can see it, but the trademark Nashville skyscraper since like the 90s has been the AT&T building, and it's like, it looks like they call it the Batman building because of the two fucking spikes.
Oh yeah, that was like the first thing that my eye was drawn to when we were getting out of the airport. It's like, it almost looks like a giant cathedral, but it's made of metal and glass.
Yeah. You think we should go to the park, or should we just ball out and just go straight into the city?
Should we drive through the part where the guy bombed it?
Yeah, actually, I think you can drive through it now. You want to check that out?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, whatever. Do you know how to get there? Just verbally?
Yeah, I can. I can get us down there. Just go straight on here. I'm gonna I'll pull up the maps and just like mute it, and I'll let you know if we're fucking up. But you're heading in the right direction.
All right, sweet.
Oh, shout out! My mom just texted me. R.I.P. Coolio. R.I.P. Coolio.
Yeah, I don't know when this is gonna be released, but that'll give you an idea of when this was recorded.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the traffic little icebreaker out of the way, but let's get into the nitty-gritty here. YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We are both YouTubers, and we both almost have sort of this faded career trajectory where our channels have sort of mirrored each other in the growth for like the past several years or so, and it's almost uncanny. Where back around VidCon, we both had around, this is VidCon 2019, the last one I went to, we had around 400,000, and this year we both passed 1 million.
True. Within
like a couple months of each other. So I've always found that quite interesting. There's like a little bit of a dyad yin and yang situation going on here.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, you were around, you were a known YouTuber a while before me, but you really, whenever you came into your own after the downward spiral with the new sort of content where you like stopped doing the poops and stuff, it's kind of like around when I started making like my sort of more serious videos, and then the growth has just stayed the same ever since.
I remember I think the first time I saw you is when you made a video about the history of Behind the Meme, and then
oh, dude,
I was the star of the fucking show there.
Yeah,
and
Papa left after this one on I think it's called, oh fuck, just keep going straight. Actually, we just fucked up. Just go straight for a minute. But yeah, at that time you were getting a lot of flack on the Behind the Meme thing. I think it was at that point, right? Like people had kind of like changed the sort of perspective on that. Yeah,
not one of my more popular videos. I remember being like, oh boy, here we go. This thing's good. Because even like as early as probably like 6 months out, I wasn't really feeling that good about the video. But now all these people, the Behind the Meme situation deteriorated significantly after I made that. And then a bunch of other YouTubers like you who were just starting out come out making these videos, and like every single time the comments like, yo, fuck this emblem guy, like fuck him. Fucking heartless SOB. Yeah. How dare he?
I remember, yeah, those videos. There's a pretty funny fucking one of the more funny things about that is the thumbnail that I used for I made the video. It was like an address to the meme community. Like I was still like kind of a normie back then. So like whenever I literally thought that there was such a thing as a meme community. So it was the message was just me sort of like almost like with a little bit of frustration to me. Like my demeanor in the video is like, meme community, this is just outrageous. You guys are taking it too far. This is just a guy that just wants to talk about memes, like the one IQ take of the like contrarian.
Oh, no.
So it's not a good video at all. And I even say something in the video. I was like, and you got this Emperor Lemon guy. He makes a 30-minute hit piece on him, a takedown of this man. It's just too much. We need to really pull it back. If you need a daily dose of cringe, look up my message to the meme community.
There was that video, and then I think Gamer from Mars made a video about it, and then the Right Opinion made a video about it, and like every single time the fucking comment section turned on me.
Oh yeah.
I was the fucking villain of the story.
Yeah, people, there's a little bit of revisionist history going on there too, but definitely can understand why it might not be your proudest work, but it was fun at the time. I remember being fun. I remember watching the video being like, this guy's fucking right.
It was my content cop.
Yeah,
it was my content cop.
you were still at that stage where you were in the awkward transition period.
Yeah.
And that one really kind of solidified you as like, this guy can do the commentary thing.
And unlike iDubbbz, I haven't sold out yet, so ring that on your hat, you know.
Yeah, no sellouts.
How much are we gonna push the drama in this video? Because we've I've been staying over here for the last few days, and we've had some spicy conversations,
Some savage takedowns.
spicy takes about this YouTube community that we inhabit.
I'll let you. What do you want to talk about? Who we want to talk about?
I don't know, man.
What lines do you want to cross? What group chats do you want to inflame?
You know, maybe we'll get there when it comes up.
Yeah,
When it comes up,
organically comes.
But this is about Wavy Web Surf here. This is
right.
This is the star of the show. Guest one of the Downward Drive. Very prestigious. If this series actually becomes something worth a crap, that's gonna be another notch in your belt right there.
I really feel honored by the opportunity, and this is a really nice vehicle that we're in. I feel I've never been in a nicer vehicle than this.
You know, it's a compact car. It brings us closer together as people. The traffic is really compact out here.
I really like these like faux, sort of almost like rope feeling material. The cloth is luxury. This is low-key, the fucking display is like low-key nicer than my shit though, so shout out to that. But
Oh yeah.
thanks for picking me up off the street and allowing me to do this Jerry Seinfeld abomination inspired creation.
Well, you know, there is the pre-existing series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Well, this is YouTubers in cars getting aggravated at the traffic.
So take a left here on this, in this left turn lane.
Oh God.
This is where we're about to do the true test of the drivers. We didn't get rear-ended, so we're off to a great start.
Yeah, so this is a skill I've had to pick up. By the way, that building is very bright right now.
Oh yeah.
This is a skill I've had to pick up over the past month of working on these videos, talking and driving at the same time. I'd be very sad
if we got fucking if we just got T-boned right now, hey, the first episode would get like 50 to 100K views.
To pay for the loss of the rent-a-car, I might have start doing fucking raid.
Don't get on the interstate.
Yes, with pleasure.
Yeah, look at that up there. It's frozen in place.
God knows how many raid ads I'd have to do if this vehicle gets totaled.
Oh yeah, I'm like, we're in a rental, dude. That would be a moment for sure.
All right, so you started your channel around 2017, right?
Yeah, I created the Wavy Web Surf. Take a ride here. I created the Wavy Web Surf channel in 2016. The first videos, which are privated, are like these fucking. The report of the week almost influenced, like, it was like a report of the week influenced character I was playing, where I wore like a suit jacket and talked about like the like Twitter. What about, Twitter? It just sucks, guys. Like, I would do these little commentaries, but you'll never see those. The channel really started becoming more so about like meme history and shit like that in 2017. I wrote some video essays and had some success. Like, it would be like the evolution of memes in the 2000s or 2010s, and then I don't know, that just sort of naturally progressed to like the kind of Gamer from Mars style what happened to's, and it's mutated from that to more really like more niche internet lores and interviews with famous memes that I've like actually coordinated with. I don't know. It's just, and now it's like a weird true crime internet thing. So I don't know. A lot of stuff has happened on my channel, but.
So suffice to say, you like recapping the history and sort of telling the story of certain events that occurred.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say my channel is pretty similar vein. I know on the YouTube analytics thing, they tell you now the creators, the other creators that you share the audience with, and you're listed as one of them, pretty high up. So
nice.
We got a pretty big overlap.
I'm fairly sure it's the same on mine, but yeah, I don't really know what the hell. So you'll take a left up here. I don't really know like what community, what fucking community are we officially a part of?
Like, it's like there's like the commentary community.
We're tangentially in the commentary community, but we're not necessarily in like the drama.
We're like commentary aligned.
Yes.
But I don't like, since the behind the meme video, and I guess the Matt's What It Is video, I haven't really done anything in that vein. But whenever they come up with those commentary tier lists on YouTube, I've always been in them.
Same.
Even though like we're kind of categorically different.
Admittedly, I did a lot of in the weird transition period of my channel. There was like a 2018, late 2017 era where I did some drama commentary videos, but outside of that, I wasn't really making drama videos for more than a couple of months, and I always end up in those tier lists. And shout out, there was I think Pie Man was the person who did this. He made this crazy tier list sort of chart, but it was like the alignment of commentators and their relationship with Ethan Klein. So it was like you were either like friendly, neutral, or hated.
The axis goes from Ethan to Keemstar aligned.
Yeah. Those like small channels that do those, what some people consider like autistic sort of like commentary stats things, those are awesome. Whoever makes those, please keep doing them and including me in them.
Yeah, well, you know, to be a YouTuber, you got to be a little autistic. That's the edge you get over the normies and the wages, you know.
Yeah, we're getting close to the
site, the special Christmas surprise.
I don't want to tell them the story yet, just in case it's inaccessible. But just a little preface of it: somebody blew up an RV on Christmas Day in 2020, I believe, and it destroyed an entire street, and we're gonna try to drive down it. They still haven't fixed it from what I understand. But we went on like a conspiracy dive on it earlier and watched some body cam footage and stuff.
Yeah, so Wendigoon, if you're watching, your next video topic right here. Oh
yeah, Wendigoon does need to do this video. The Christmas Day bomber in Nashville. You need to hop on that, dude.
Yeah, one day I'd like to get him on this show. Don't know if it's gonna work out quite this time, but one day, you know.
I'm sure he's in like East Tennessee or something. I'm sure you could drag him out the woods to get on the street for a little bit.
That's right. So you started 2016.
Yep.
Which is, like I said, we got like this fated relationship here, where that is the year I left YouTube Poop to start working towards my more general topic videos that you see on the channel today. And since you started back then, what would you say were some of your biggest influences, and maybe even afterwards, up until the present day, who helped shape the type of content you want to make?
So that's a good question. I've thought about this a lot, actually. So there's sort of like my presentation style in my early videos was inspired a lot by three YouTubers in particular. I sort of like the sort of dry commentary style that Fantano has on his channel, and that he has had sprinkled in with like a little comedy. And this fucking prison YouTuber named After Prison Show, I've always loved the way like he sort of enunciated things in his videos. So in a lot of my early videos, you can, if you watch his stuff and check mine out, you can sort of almost hear like I'm swagger jacking like the way that he speaks. But as far as the content itself, I would say at that time there weren't really a lot of people doing meme deep dive videos except for Internet Historian, and Gamer from Mars was dipping his toes into that stuff. So obviously those two were an inspiration.
That was like the story behind the people who starred in viral memes.
Yeah, I didn't really, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I didn't really notice anyone that was actually doing extreme deep dives into those 2007 style memes, and that's why my channel did well, because I was doing like, you know, what happened to fucking Antoine Dotson, like why did he fall off, like the Hide Your Kids guy. We were supposed to turn there, I'm sorry, I was mid-talk, but
look, see, that's the challenge right there. That's the challenge.
Yeah. Or just like, what, another thing, it was just like the more obscure videos you would find, like an old parody commercial on YouTube that went viral, and people would think that it's real, but there's like some story behind it. Kind of stuff like the fucker right in the pussy guy, where people thought that was real, and I never saw anyone talk about it on YouTube, so I would just look into this stuff.
Yeah, that guy, that was just like,
it was a hoax project.
They masked like the news graphics from just some random other broadcast and filmed like their own thing.
Yeah, there was just a lot of stuff like that I was interested in. I grew up with it. It was really close to my, you know, really close to my heart and stuff, and I like loved this stuff growing up, had nostalgia for it, and I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
But that was like sort of the jump off point for my channel. It was like no one was talking about that stuff. People were only making history videos on like YouTubers. They were doing them about, you know, what, like why did Tobuscus fall off, like something like that.
You know, I think that reflected an overall transition with how people came to see YouTube, where all of a sudden the people and the moments that went viral on YouTube, that itself became worthy of discussion, where back at the beginning most of the stuff on YouTube was just derivative or just like re-upload clips of just existing media from the legacy media outlets.
Yeah.
But the fact that there became a market for viewers to be interested in the history behind certain online figures, behind figures that only owed their success to YouTube, I think that showed a pretty significant change in the way we were starting to view online creators. And it's interesting to think about that, because online creators seem so big now, like Logan Paul is in WWE, and there's been like a huge convergence going on where now a lot of the top level YouTubers and Twitch streamers are being accepted as like mainstream celebrities in their own right. But it's somewhat remarkable to think just how recently that wasn't the case.
Dude, seriously. It seemed like the transition happened within a 5-year period, like from YouTube being that weird, awkward 08, 09 version of itself to, you know, then you start having like 2014 and 2015, 2016 come around, you start to see YouTubers trickle into the mainstream with mainstream media with like, you remember fucking Lily Sign, what was that? She had Superwoman or whatever. She had a show, like she had a show on TV. And
yeah, I remember she complained that one year that she wasn't getting paid enough, but the #1 paid YouTuber was like Ryan's Toy Reviews.
Yeah. And then you fast forward just from 26, just the difference in how YouTubers were respected in culture from 2016 to like 2019 it's like exponential.
Yeah.
Because then you had like the Paul brothers rise up, and then take another 2 more years. Now Logan Paul's fighting Floyd Mayweather for like, I think that was that an exhibition match? I don't know if I'm sure they both made tons of money off of it, but it's just fucking crazy. Like, who knows? And now it's just, YouTube is just so ubiquitous now. I honestly, it's funny to me because there will never be those, circling back to the start of like my channel's success. Circling back to the start of my channel's success, there will never be individuals like a angry German kid or those sort of classic memes, because they existed for so long and built up all this legacy.
Or like Leave Britney Alone.
Yeah, they were allowed to simmer with each other for years just because the way, you know, viral videos and memes just had more real estate back then as far as take a ride. It's interesting now as YouTube has gotten bigger and the figures in it are more influential, they come and go, and the ones that stick are just like, it's because they're juggernauts. Like
that just goes to show the expanse and the role of YouTube, I think, where back then 08, 09 YouTube was treated as like TikTok is now, where you just want like a 1 minute stupid ass thing of like some dude being an idiot or something.
You're kind of right about that. TikTok in a twisted way actually does kind of feel like early YouTube. Every video has copyrighted music. It's just like some guy jumping around on camera, or it'll be like someone slapping or falling down or something.
But the role of YouTube for what the viewer wants out of it now is completely different. People go to YouTube for news. They go to YouTube for just sports discussion. Like these sports YouTubers, like yesterday I was on the NASCAR Weekly podcast. These guys are largely cutting into the market share of what stuff like ESPN, Sports Center were when you and I were a kid.
Yeah.
So there's just like huge changes going on where like YouTube like really is like now this formidable media competitor to the legacy media, where like 10 years ago it was kind of unthinkable. I mean, you had like the top level YouTubers, but they were mostly like sideshow acts,
Yeah.
compared to like the real established like mainstream celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really have enjoyed seeing the once upon a time, those sort of sports commentary channels that you're talking about seemed like they didn't exist, or there just was not enough of a market for it. But even the most niche stuff can work on YouTube. You could really make a channel about mostly anything, and there's going to be people with that interest that find it because the algorithm has gotten better at doing that.
Yeah, I mean, hell, even look at like stuff like YouTube drama. Back in like 2010, I remember watching a guy, I think he's still around and still makes videos, by the way, called The Archfiend. And he made, like, I discovered him because he made videos like saying, oh, Ray William Johnson sucks, Shane Dawson sucks, iJustine sucks. And he really didn't get that many views in the grand scheme of things. Whereas like now, there's whole channels getting like millions and millions of views just for like talking about some drama between two YouTubers with like 10 million subs. Yeah. So the game has changed, that's for sure. And I think kind of the market that we're in, just making videos about the culture. I don't really do that much stuff about internet specific culture anymore, but I did do a lot of it with YouTube Geographic a few years ago.
Which is actually smart how you opened up your channel to where you could do more than just internet stuff, because there's a lot of that. We need to somehow get over there.
Oh.
We want to get to the bombing site, damn it.
Is this something you can say on YouTube again?
I don't know. If not,
whatever. The channel's not even.
We'll have our editors.
The channel's not even monetized.
We'll have our editors get rid of that. Our army of we have a huge team on this one, don't we? And just pull a Yui right here, like going that way. Shout out to the bus depot. Bus only, no cars.
Very close to a very historic.
This will be the test to see. This will be the test.
What am I supposed to do here? All right. Like,
they're just cutting you off constantly. Just like signal over, and maybe they'll let us go. Visiting this site in this drive will be the test to see if Wendigoon is able to make the video without losing his channel.
All right, yeah. We're going out there, Wendigoon, beta testing this stuff for you, so you better be grateful.
Yeah.
When you eventually get on #1 trending talking about it.
Everybody's trying to see it, man. It's a big attraction.
Motherfucker! Okay.
The dude was like, I'm not letting you over.
You gotta get that dog in you. You gotta get that dog in you to be able to drive out here.
All right. So...
It's starting to look a little familiar.
Yeah, it looks like the video, doesn't it?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I've heard that there's become a notorious homeless problem in the city from other people who visited here.
Oh Lord.
What the fuck is this, dude?
There's about to be a vehicular homicide problem as well.
Do you not know that fucking red means stop? God, idiots.
Hey man, these people from Michigan come down here and throw everything off.
It's like literally their signal turned red and they started walking.
That's the best time. Red means go.
I guess let's shift gears here. So YouTube's become viable now. And you do YouTube full time, right?
Yep, sure do.
So I'm sure that you've heard coming up through the years, sort of aspiring towards this career, you've heard the naysayers and you've heard the doubters saying like, oh dude, what are you doing? That's so foolish.
Well, I I have a little bit more of a unique sort of experience versus a lot of YouTubers, simply because by the time that my channel had become monetarily successful, I was like 26 years old, so I wasn't a dumb kid. B, I had already finished college and was working a full-time job as a nurse. So when I was making these YouTube videos, you know, I was still working at the time, and I kind of went about it the most square and responsible way, to be honest with you. And it just kind of eventually worked. So I tapered away from my nursing job and then just went all in. It was kind of, it is a step though, because you're like, do I want to quit my nursing job? You know, this is kind of a big risk. Like, you can always get a job as a nurse, but still there's a bit of anxiety that went along with it. But I've never looked back. I enjoyed working as a nurse, but being a YouTuber and sitting at home and making content is a pretty good gig. So
yeah, there's a lot of like big YouTubers who for some reason complain about being a YouTuber. It's like,
oh my god,
dude, I don't think that's ever gonna be something you could say without looking like a massive clown.
Speaking of looking like a massive clown, we've got a bunch of clowns on Broadway up here, tourists and other such individuals that we're about to explore. Let's get in this left lane and go on a safari over here.
All right, you guys want people watching? Now I know on TV they gotta like blur out the faces, but I think on YouTube they don't care enough.
Okay, these people are consenting to being in public right now. This is the most public you can possibly be.
Now, I hope this is a live performance and not a recording, so that my vid doesn't get copyright claimed. But
you can't hear anything. We'll just talk through it.
There's literally a truck here full of trash bags.
I don't
see it going back there.
I don't hear any music. Just hear the sounds of Nashville. No copyright here.
Honky tonk.
Yep. Honky tonks, dude. I've gotten so drunk at that place before. Honky tonk. It's like a 4-story bar, maybe 5. I don't know. I can't really count right now, but I've been there for so many like birthday parties and shit. Like, dude, people.
The cavalcade. These are like freaking 15-year-olds on scooters behind me.
Look at these people just wanting to get. They're about to just run out in front of you. I can feel it. Oh, here's the big reveal. Let's see. Okay. Well, most of Broadway's behind us, but okay, so here's the legendary 2nd Avenue. We're gonna take a left here.
Take a left here, okay.
All right, so here's the lore with 2nd Avenue. Don't quote me on the year, but I'm pretty sure it was 2020. And on December 25th, Christmas Day of 2020, someone called 911 and reported a RV parked in the middle of 2nd Avenue. And the RV was playing a pre-recorded message that was saying, evacuate the area, do not come close to this vehicle. So the cops come down there and they check it out, and you know, they don't get close to the vehicle because, you know, I don't think that would be a good idea. And moments later, the RV explodes into a mushroom cloud is seen from the surrounding interstate. It's like a massive explosion. You can watch, there's video of it on YouTube.
Just shrapnel falling for like 9 blocks around.
Yeah, miraculously no one was killed, and
except for the perpetrator.
The perpetrator was killed himself,
but no civilians were killed.
Yeah, no injuries. And
oh my god, what is this? Is this closed?
No, you can go down it. It's a one-way street.
Okay.
So
I was about to say we've made a grave mistake.
But the lore of it is, you can kind of see these fences up here. The lore behind it was the guy's alleged sort of motive for doing this was that either him or his dad had a pension that was promised by AT&T or something like that, and apparently they screwed him out of it or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was the motive was supposedly that,
oh snap,
it was an act of vengeance.
Yeah,
I think you can go down that. Does it say
so
road?
You can go
all right, hey, he went for it, so we're good. But where this fencing is right here was where this man blew up an RV on Christmas morning while playing music from his van. There was music playing on the speaker, and there was also warning messages. No one was killed.
Very creepy. It was like something from The Incredibles or something. Yeah, the viewers will see it right up here as we drive past, but awfully eerie.
Yeah,
Like the story got kind of buried afterwards because it was part of 2020 COVID news cycle. Trump was still in power, like the January 6th stuff was about to happen.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Wow.
Jagged brick on that.
I did not realize
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't
that there was that much struggle. Well, I guess they removed the whoa, it's still like it's
man.
all screwed up in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, man, it was there's a AT&T server building, I believe is what it is, and that's sort of like
to the side, the server building.
Yeah, people think the motive was related to some sort of like disgruntled employee, or the guy's dad was an employee. Don't sue me, AT&T. I don't know the specifics, but that's what I've heard on internet forums.
It's okay.
Like
this channel's not getting that many views.
Somebody's dad works for AT&T in the comments.
That's freaky though, because that could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah.
And it's been pretty much forgotten now. Just 2 years after, because it was part of a news cycle that was so like saturated, like fucking doomsday, the world is ending, COVID, Trump, January 6th, whatever. All these buzzwords are going to be great for not getting the video tagged with
yeah.
YouTube's BS.
But yeah, it's pretty clear the guy didn't want to injure anybody, because if you think about it, 6:15 in the morning on Christmas Day, no one is out at that time, if you weren't aware of that, for the viewers, but people were at home with their family. So it doesn't appear, the guy was trying to kill people. He was just trying to send a message or something.
The man gone postal in this modern society of ours.
And then it's like the NFL right across the street from where it happens, Titan Stadium.
I guess we'll drive around the stadium.
Yeah, sure. And then we can hop on the interstate again, and we can head back towards Centennial Park. I feel like we gotta have the Parthenon.
Oh, snap.
We have to have an image of that. There's Titan Stadium, one of the most flip-floppiest teams in the NFL.
Now, of course, my Jacksonville Jaguars are division rivals with these fellas right here.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily sure how much.
The Jags are kind of like hard to dislike though, so
they're the lovable losers.
yeah.
They're like the Cleveland Browns until the Browns sold their soul and signed Deshaun Watson, and now everyone just is like, "Wow, you deserve what you had coming to you."
I'm surprised they don't have a Derrick Henry image on the front of it. Like, come on, guys, get your branding right. Take it right here.
Yeah,
It's our guy. It's definitely not Tannehill.
Tannehill not too popular these days.
Soon as we start talking about football, viewer retention goes to 10% or something.
All right, well, you know what? They can leave if they want.
Yeah.
I got some fantasy football rants to deliver future installments of this channel, I'm sure.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get subjected to you're gonna stop making the scripted essay content and start doing weekly draft updates on the main channel. What's up, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Today's time for Imp's draft, downward spiral.
The downward draft.
Downward draft.
All right.
It sounds like the name of Wario's Down special in Smash Brothers. Take a right over this.
Another bridge.
Yeah, another bridge.
See, it's like Jacksonville has a lot of bridges too.
Shout out to the Korean Veterans Boulevard.
So when you officially started working on YouTube full time, was that like, did you hear from anyone in your life saying like, oh, maybe don't? Because I know when I started my channel, and like I was still in college at the time, but I made the decision probably a couple semesters before graduating that this is what I'm going to be doing with my life. And
yeah,
initially my mom specifically was like, what are you doing? No, you got to go get a career. But it's worked out now. The channel's grown and it's pretty stable. I'm in a pretty good place right now.
Yeah, you'll be around. I didn't have a lot of, I don't want to say like detractors or anything, but no, I didn't really have a situation where anybody was like, dude, you're making a huge mistake, because not to brag on myself or anything, but I think people just kind of, especially in real life, people know I'm not an idiot, and like they know I have good judgment and stuff like that. And like I said, I've made plenty of really responsible choices in my life that kind of, I played it the very square way. I mean, my mom was kind of like uneasy about it when I was talking to her about I think I'm gonna leave nursing, I'm gonna leave nursing for the time being and do this stuff full time. And dude, I was already making far beyond the full-time income from YouTube at that point, but she's happy about it. My dad has always been like, whatever you want, dude, just do it. So it's been good. It's been good.
This guy ahead is really going for it.
Oh yeah.
The road's blocked up ahead, and he's just going out in the middle of the intersection behind the semi truck.
They really are getting a good tasting of the stuff you were talking about at the beginning of the episode.
Am I gonna get dogged here? No, it's still green. Okay, please, just a bit further, dude.
I can't even blame them for being an out of towner. They got Nashville.
It worked itself out.
Yeah,
it worked itself out.
Well, the thing is, you can't see it. There's a bus and then the semi in front of us. So,
but I guess that's one thing where our experience deferred, because I was like 19, 20.
Yeah, you were a lot younger.
When I made the decision to commit to YouTube, and you pretty much were already in the workforce with a stable job.
Yeah, I was already a wagey.
That's like it's a bit shakier what I did. It's a bit riskier.
True.
I did promise myself I would just stay in school until I got my bachelor's degree, just to say, like, I did that. Like, if I so desired to pursue that trajectory, I could have worked out just as fine.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a badge that you have, and also sort of a useful sort of ticket to wagey kingdom if something happened. What were you studying, if you don't mind me asking?
I initially went to school to become some kind of engineer, but I just hated doing the work and like having like a million classes with like freaking homework and math equations and physics equations. It was like making me miserable. I was going down some form of existence that I felt like was chosen for me and that I didn't want.
Yeah, you get to a point where you can kind of see how that path plays out and you don't like the way it ends.
And so after one semester, or like midway through the first semester, I was like, this just isn't gonna work, because I'm just gonna be miserable. And like, what's the point? And there's like a certain thing where I was in the IB program in high school, which is like way more intense, way more hardcore. It's like the fucking hardcore study session.
Like, it's what do they used to call, like, honors or whatever? I don't know if it's honor.
They got different versions of it everywhere. It's like
gifted,
AP, gifted.
Sometimes they call it
A's.
gifted. Gifted sounds like.
So yeah, I was in IB, and it asks a lot of you. It's probably like as or like more difficult than the first 2 semesters of college. And this is when I was like 14, 15, 16. So I felt like I sacrificed a lot to like position myself well and to like take these like really hard classes, and I felt like I missed out on a lot during those years that like most people probably would look forward to in high school. And
you take it right up at the roundabout. Yeah, it was probably very time consuming, and I'm sure you missed out on some epic social experiences that would have been fire,
Yeah, I really did not care for it, but the whole point of doing that was like supposedly to make it easier
off at this one
later on. And that first semester of school, I could see the pieces falling into place where it's like, this is gonna be just as shitty as what I just went through.
Left lane. I kind of had
this one.
Yeah, my experience was a lot different. I mean, in high school, I did the whole like we kind of lived in a more suburban, rural area. We did the like bonfire parties where you're like drinking beer and shit when you're 17, 16, and like having crazy times and all that. And I went from I was like a shut-in RuneScape World of Warcraft player from like you know, age like 13 to 16, I spent like a lot of time playing games. But then eventually I just like met one friend that smoked weed, and that kind of changed everything.
Oh God.
Yeah,
like give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah, I met a friend that smoked weed, and that just opened a whole world of, I'm not saying like I had an epiphany when I was high. I'm just saying that it opened up social sort of, it tangentially opens social experience. Like you meet other people that smoke weed, and you know, whatever, however you want to go about it. But I had a pretty like, I was an all right student, you know, B's, we'll just say that. But tons of wacky parties growing up, and it's funny because in college I had the opposite experience, because when I was in nursing school, that curriculum is so insane, and like you have to do clinicals and stuff all the time.
Yeah,
so I didn't party hardly at all in college, and granted, I was a little bit older by the time I was in nursing school, but yeah.
Yeah. So after that first semester where I was miserable, I was like, I gotta get off this path and take matters into my own hands. So I switched to, I went to UF, and they have a good film and media production school there. So I'm like, you know what? Throughout all this crap and like try-harding school to like basically no avail. Well, I mean, it was to avail. I got good grades and stuff like that, and I was what many people would call successful at that, but I wasn't happy. I didn't feel fulfilled in any way.
Yeah.
It was after what, it's just like you get an A on a test, it's just like an empty win. And it's like, and no one else cares. It's not like being very good at one skill or like some tangible thing that like makes life better for people around you. People don't care if you get A's. It's like, it's almost like a meaningless skill other than just to fulfill the checklist of what the modern person is expected to do. But yeah, so I switched to the TV production, film production major, and that was the first time in my life I think I really started to cut loose, like not be like a slacker or anything, but like actually explore, I guess, sort of the person I wanted to be and the career I wanted to pursue. And I will say I learned a lot of stuff through my years in that program. It was good, and a lot of the staff and the faculty, they know what they're doing, and they're good educators.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you on that topic, did you know a lot of the sort of like editing tricks and stuff beforehand, or did you actually learn some classic imp tricks from school? It
definitely helped, but stuff like Photoshop and After Effects, I really got a leg up on that through the college education.
Looks like we got someone filming their own downward spiral over here.
Doing a nice sunset time lapse, I bet.
Well, that's interesting. I'm not super surprised by your answer, because you were making those YouTube poops when you were like 13 years old or something, weren't you?
Yeah, and I guess that always ended up being the thing where, yeah, throughout all the nonsense in high school, that was the thing I actually liked doing. And like, you could have a career about that. If anything, the career prospects for film and video production are more than they've ever been, because there's all like these rich people from California just pay people to make a professional video shoot of them. But a lot of the people I went to school with, that's mostly what they did. But I had the YouTube channel, and early on there, it was looking like I was just gonna go to the workforce, but I turned it around. In stories I've told in other videos, we turned it around. And I was very fortunate to where I just get to put a GoPro mounted to the front of the car, and this is what I do now. So
it's pretty chill, isn't it?
Wonderful. Yeah.
It's I love being a YouTuber. I love making YouTube videos, and it's a really good job. And I hope anybody watching that is a YouTuber, don't take it for granted, and just learn how to reinvent yourself over and over again so you can keep doing it. Don't like get complacent. That's a big thing I've had to learn, is you literally have to like almost self-recreate your channel in a way multiple times to keep it, to keep things moving along and getting new subscribers and fans and touching new audiences. It's fun though. I like the challenge. it's a different type of work. You know, I used to wipe people's asses and pass out medication and, you know, have all this stress in the hospital, and then now I just mainly deal with it's almost like a weird, like, kind of marketing job, but also a creative. Why does that dude kind of look like Rusty Cage?
It does kind of look like it. Unfortunately, they're not going to see it on the recording here, but they got, hey, look, YouTube, representado la cultura. YouTube Music Vivo is on the big screen here at whatever this, like, mini Times Square.
Oh, does it not catch it because it's too high up or something?
No, the camera's faced this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was, dude, what if they had it to where you could, like, split screen it and play the road in, like, a mini box?
Yeah, maybe on the GoPro 15.
Dude,
that would be the technology. But no, yeah, they'll have to take our verbal description of it and paint the picture in your head of what that was going to look like.
Yeah, see, my ass thought they could see both of them this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
That would be raw, dude. But maybe that'll be oh my god, I wish you guys saw that. We just ran over this fucking
they're gonna see him running back there.
What is that, like that fucking Norwegian, like, cloud rapper? Young Lean, dude. That was like Young Lean. Like,
Young Lean was about to run in front of my car,
like
get some insurance money.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Young Lean just out here wilding.
Sun's going down here in the city.
Yeah, we're about to check out the replica of the Parthenon that's in Nashville. It's the most random monument of all time, but it's pretty sweet.
You know what? Why is it not the Parthenon, huh? Why can't this be seen as the action one? Because the real one is like freaking dilapidated. You're going flying over to Greece, paying $2,000 for a plane ticket to see like half of a Parthenon. No, this should be the real Parthenon right here.
Yeah, I mean it's immaculately made, man. I mean it's more impressive than some stone ruins in the middle of a arid Mediterranean Sea area. Oh my god, that guy looks like he's about to run over us. We're getting accosted out here. There's Vanderbilt University. If shout out to the Vanderbilt viewers. If you're from Vandy, drop a comment below.
Oh, they're gonna start visiting you at your house now.
Yeah.
I've never known anyone who has gone or goes to Vanderbilt.
Well, there's a prerequisite. It's called having a trust fund.
Yeah, they're in the SEC. They're the free win for the Gators every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know. It looks immaculate. It's awfully nice.
It's a prestigious place.
Isn't it in, like, what, the Ivy League of the South?
Yeah, it's the Ivy League. You have to have a 30. You have to have a 34 on the ACT, like imp, to get into it.
Yeah, that's what having no life or like friends in high school is going to get you. Hollow victories. It's all hollow victories.
It's funny. ACT scores are like only relevant for like the 3 years after high school, and then they're just useless pretty much.
They were relevant for the 6 months after I took it, and then got accepted.
The right lane.
Employers don't give a crap about
the park's right there.
What your ACT score is.
Yeah,
are you kidding me? If you put
this is it right here.
If you put that on your resume, they're just gonna instantly put it on the shredder, and they'll stamp you with a stamp that says clown, and then put you through the shredder.
A 6-month position at Quiznos is more of a badge of honor than an ACT.
Quiznos, bro. I was just talking about Quiznos earlier in the week to my girlfriend. This road feels weird to drive on.
Doesn't it feel like you're about to drop off of it?
This feels like one of them access roads that you're not allowed to be on. But yeah, we're talking about Quiznos. It felt like a big chain.
Oh my god, what is going on?
Are you crossing the road?
Get out of the road.
We're not. Okay, but yeah, Quiznos felt like a big chain, but they were just like one of these businesses that did not survive the recession. We looked it up. There's still Quiznos left. There's like 100 across America.
You're right.
But it used to be like 4,000, and I remember as a kid they had national TV ads, but they didn't have the power of Jared Fogle to truly give them.
They didn't have
the bump.
Yeah, they didn't have the special touch of Jared Fogle to really make that company, shoot up.
Subway's still here. Still going strong. Quiznos not so much, but they're hanging on. They probably still don't care about your ACT score though when you go to When you go at it. Well, so should we park? I'll just handhold the
Yeah, they gotta see. You can get
around.
closer to it over there, man.
Man, what do you know? It's the Parthenon right here in front of me. The viewers can't see it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna,
until we get up there.
You guys are gonna shit.
I guess that's gonna be one thing in this series. The downward drivers describing things that are not visible to them, but you can use your imagination. And also, apparently, the Parthenon and the Pantheon are two different things.
Did you say that in a video or something?
No, but like, that's got to be one of those things that people mix up all the time. It's like one is in Greece, and one is in Greece, and one is in Rome, Italy. This is like some fucking Wario Waluigi type shit. Like, why are there like two like temple things, and one's Parthenon, one's Pantheon?
I didn't see that. I didn't even realize that the Pantheon was a temple. I just thought it referred to like the coalition of Roman gods. Like, I just thought that's what they called their shit. Like the axis of, you know, like not the axis of evil, but like the, you know, the sort of like Justice League of gods is called the Pantheon or whatever.
Oh, are they gonna do the Avengers where they go to the Pantheon or something?
I'm sure
nonsense.
they should.
All right, what's up, guys? We are here at the Parthenon.
Young Parthenon on the track. Thing,
no $2,000 plane ticket needed. All you need is a $100 plane ticket to Nashville, Tennessee, and there it is in all its glory.
Yeah, you can save the trip to Greece. Come to Nashville, baby.
This reminds me of the Disney movie. And we're back on the downward drive.
So happy to be here.
That was a nice 5-minute walk around the one, the only Parthenon in the world. And I guess they're gonna see it as we drive past here, and it fades into the background.
True Parthenon.
But
None of that fake Euro shit.
But yeah, so you've been called by some the White Wang. How do you respond to that, that terminology?
How do I respond to that allegation?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I will say that Justin's format influenced me early on. That I should have said that earlier. Wang did kind of influence me with his face cam commentary style.
So Wang's been watching, and he just completely clicked out right there.
He's like, bruh,
when you weren't.
Yeah, shout out Wang. Wang knows I love him, but no, I think that's. I mean, it's obvious. I've heard that for several years now. However, I think I feel silly even sort of like explaining, but there's a pretty large discrepancy or difference in what the fuck we do.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What Wang, you know, Wang's from a different age of the internet, and he covers chronologically stuff that's way before what I do. And he also does the sort of like gross out stuff, which is entertaining.
So you're calling him a decrepit old has-been?
No.
You know, one day we'll get Wang out here and we'll see his side of the story, you know?
See what he has to
You've
say.
been called the Asian wavywebsurf. How do you respond to that?
No, but no, it's an honor to be White Wang. I mean,
Really?
Wang is I ask him for sort of older brother advice when it comes to YouTube a lot of the time.
That's
and stuff
sweet.
like that. But nothing but love for Wang, and I'm happy to be Asian Wang.
You definitely don't tweet as much poop as he does.
Yeah, jankum content or whatever. That fucking shit that you huff. Wang has also been on the same trajectory we have. We have this, and we have like the same subscriber counts.
Oh, yeah, we got the dream team together at that one fated meeting at the 2019 Rusty Cage Airbnb adjacent to VidCon Convention Center. That was awesome.
Yeah, man, that was I've had pretty good luck with VidCons. Like I was telling Imp, pretty much anybody that's like Rusty Cage adjacent has been amazing. Everybody in the Rustyverse has been great to meet.
The Rustyverse.
Yeah, there's a cinematic Rusty Cage universe of people that are like affiliated with him. And the only reason why I say that is because Rusty threw a party in 2019, like a week-long party at 2019 VidCon, and pretty much everyone that I met and interacted with in that week was amazing. So shout out to Rustyverse characters, big and small.
That's right.
Pop a ride here, speaking of ride.
Oh, okay. So, unfortunately for me, that was the only VidCon I've been to thus far. But you've kept going. You even went to the little unofficial COVID con back at the end of 2020, didn't you?
Yeah, I was one of the architects of that. It's called Fake VidCon in the community.
Oh yeah.
That was a different experience. It was more like commentary drama guys. Like, I got to hang out with Bo. Like, that's where I met like Bo Blacks and Nicholas Diorio and oh my God, these guys are gonna kill me for not remembering. I met Tom, Turkey Tom, and some other folks. Shout out Ghost Gum and Many Kudos and man, some great dudes at Fake VidCon. But I might also be getting this mixed up with, because there was Fake VidCon and then Real VidCon was shortly after that, so I'm probably mixing the two. But at Fake VidCon, I met a lot of the drama guys, and that was really fun. The Australians that I've met at VidCon have been nothing but sweethearts.
Oh yeah, you were telling me earlier, British YouTubers, aside from the Right Opinion,
and Tro.
The Right Opinion is protected from this statement, but yeah, the British YouTubers, lame.
Trash.
Australian YouTubers, based,
fire, and just red-pilled in all forms and format.
God, it's almost like England kicked out the only good people from their country and sent them to Australia.
And they were deemed criminals. Isn't that the lore of the country? Like, it's like populated by prisoners or something?
Yeah, anyone who is slightly interesting or fun to be around is a criminal. Send them across the ocean.
Yeah, psychologists were trying to diminish the based psychopaths with these labels, these hating ass labels. But I do intend the next thing. Oh shit, the Creator Clash, man, that was awesome. Me and him both were at that.
That was actually, I think, the first time since VidCon 2019 that we had any in-person interaction.
Yeah, no, we hadn't spoken ages. We would like DM each other every now and then, but yeah, that was the first time I saw you in a while. We got to, and you very much graciously got me into Charlie, Moist Critical Charlie's, take a left here, his like, it's like a Rob Dyrdek like fun factory or whatever, fantasy factory type place that he has, the G Fuel.
It's just Charlie's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, Charlie's Chocolate Factory. He had like this party at the Charlie's Chocolate Factory. It was pretty cool. But that was awesome. But the Creator Clash, low key, this sounds corny, I know, but it inspired me to start going to boxing classes and join a boxing gym.
Oh boy, he's been influenced.
So I've been, as a nearly 30-year-old man, I've been influenced by a boxing event designed to entertain 16 to 21-year-old children.
That's right. That's right. They're gonna put you against the Minecraft guy, and you're gonna get booed for winning.
So I'm sort of leaning into if I can lose about 20 big ones and find a sort of good person to fight, maybe you'll see Big Wavy in the ring.
Oh, what do you know about that?
The reveal here, just dropping it. I've actually talked about it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's some breaking news for all you boxing channels. Wavy is getting ready to throw his hat in the ring.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready to just unironically kill someone.
You got to get like a Nashville hot chicken themed moveset.
Oh no, a moveset. No, what I'm doing is I'm gonna make a, you know how boxers come out with those like cloaks? I'm gonna have a cloak in the style of the Tapestry.
Oh, the Tapestry. Yeah. Oh my God.
And my belt is gonna have a giant lava lamp insignia on it. And I'm gonna turn you into a fucking internet mystery and a what happened to situation.
Gamer from Mars is going to fight you for trademark infringement for mentioning that.
Trademark infringement.
Or I guess he would turn people to internet mystery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Internet history.
I'll turn you into a real story, and I'll also turn you into a disastrous downfall, or perhaps even a turbulent tale, in the words of The Right Opinion.
The rise and fall of Wavy's boxing career.
That's right. It'll be the disturbingly dark story of your short boxing career after I hit you with a cross straight in your nose, down to the mat.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, The sun has gone down, and the same applies to the show today. I think that's gonna be all of it for this edition of the Downward Drive. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you'll learn something about Wavy and myself.
Just some straight nuggets of info, just knowledge bombs dropped on the viewers today.
All right, stay tuned for more entries in the Downward Diary, and stay tuned for the next one.
Take care, everyone, and thanks for having me. Wavy Web Surf out. Peace, bitch.